When Karen's freakout, experience is the best teacher, like a misguided ruler on a treacherous quest. Karen's refusal to heed the signs leads her on a path of hard lessons, just like this Karen neighbor, who messed around and broke stuff at this couple's house.
Stop breaking at my house.
Huh?
Stop breaking stuff at my house. This is not your house. Go
away.
away.
When did I break
You
your
took
house?
this off and was banging on my freaking door.
That's right.
You threw all my shit one time. I see
You
it
will
on
not
camera.
throw anything around.
I did in there.
You see a broom in there, it's mine.
There's nothing here of yours. Please go away.
She stole a broom.
Nobody's stealing anything.
She stole a bag of dirt the other day.
Go away from my house.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it, and you don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You're not here half of the time. How the hell you can live with that woman, I don't know.
Used to fix her stuff and talk to her, but these past few years, she lost it. He had to install a camera because no one believed them.
She's got my keys. I want my keys.
Nobody has your keys. Stop knocking on my door.
The cops are coming here. Cops are coming. And how do you know? How do you know that you don't have the keys? How do you know? Are you an accomplice?
The husband says that she stays quiet for a while and then starts right back where she left off, destructive and violent.
You better give me my keys. You went over there and took my keys. And don't f***ing lie about it. You're the only one that can do it.
Stop kicking my door.
Get my f***ing keys from your wife. Goddamn thief. Thief.
At this point, they issued a restraining order, but the moment it expired, she came back to accuse his wife.
Hey!
You know what? I don't need you.
I'm calling the cops. I am calling the cops. Do not touch me. I am in fear for my life. I am in fear for my life.
Get that off my car!
I will not. I will not, you thief. You're a thief. You are a thief.
Please. She's a tiny little old lady.
Yeah, and you're a fat old
You.
you're fat old bitch.
Old bitch.
Fat old thief. A thief.
You better get out
A
of here.
thief. A thief.
And here she is, keys in hand, kicking the door again.
Hey. Hey. Hey, thief. Hey, thief.
Stop it. Get some help.
My keys. Let me have my keys, Barbara. You're on television here.
And after arguing with his wife several times, she accuses her of stealing from her house.
Your wife, while the washing machine guy was fixing my washing machine in the back, she snuck in my house in the back. She got my checkbook. She got all my checkbooks. I had to call.
Nobody's going in your house.
You don't know that. You don't know the half of it.
I know that.
How do you know if you're not here?
Because I'm here.
You are not here. When your truck is gone, you're here. You're not here.
I've been here. There's nobody going nowhere.
They requested a new restraining order, but it got denied.
Hey, so you better bring back my stuff, my bills and my flashlights. You were in the house. You broke in my shed and you took a box of teacups. Get out of here, you goddamn filthy, goddamn. You're a. Get out of here. You're a goddamn. Don't tell me to get out of here. I want my wire. I want the wire. You stole wig with your wig and your open sneakers and went into my room in my living room, you bastards. I'm going to show them the pictures. I'm going to show them the pictures.
This Karen thought it was a good idea to mess with these workers and push one of them off a ladder.
Dude, green card. And I would be an American hero. Green card, please. Verification.
This video was taken in Brunswick, Georgia, where these workers repaired this building's roof for an association. This Karen saw it from across the street and decided to come over and have a meltdown.
Green card, please. I want to see your damn green card. I did not try to throw him off.
Yeah, but you did. You see? You did. Okay, and I'm approve it.
Depending on how high the ladder is, it will be an assault with intent, or at least reckless endangerment.
I'm approve it.
You think you're
yes, ma'am.
going to...
I'm going to get you in trouble.
God,
for
bastard.
I don't know what kind of medication you are. You are like drunk on something medication. But I promise you, this is not the way that you...
And taking our jobs.
Taking whose jobs? You're not doing that job, ma'am. You doing that job?
Show me your green card.
I do.
For a green card.
How?
What is it?
We need a green card?
Yes, you do.
For what? You need a green card to be here?
You need a green card.
You need a green card to be here?
Let them, I will tell every member of this association that they're hiring illegal aliens to do trash jobs.
I walk with you to tell them. Come on.
Yes.
Let's go.
No.
I go with you.
Now I will call a meeting.
She's living in 11 and 14. Thank you, Chris. Oh, Miss Karen.
Pushing people off ladders doesn't make you a stunt double, just a liability. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, and the house owner swooped in to save the day, proving once again that not all heroes wear capes. Some just have common sense.
It is my business. I pay $475,000 a month.
Not for that. That's not your unit. This is your unit.
No idea what she's talking about, but it sounds like someone is scamming her hard and making her pay that much for this unit each month. Or it could be just crazy talk. Who knows?
Let me tell you this. I will put it wrong. And you think you're going to hire illegal aliens to do our mediocre work?
Look, I'm not even talking to you anymore. Go back in your house and just shut up. And
You
don't
shut up
Don't go near
yourself
them.
because I already have a lawsuit out for you.
Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm about to call 911 and get you arrested for almost killing them.
I didn't almost.
You pushed him off the ladder.
I damn sure didn't.
Oh yeah?
You-
He's got it right here.
Make me a hero. Make me one.
Make you what?
Karen thought she was starring in her own action movie, but ended up with a 1-star rating for her performance.
A heroine, and I will, for standing up
Heroine?
for the rights of the United States of America's citizens, which you have no choice.
How do you know? And it doesn't matter. These guys work for me, and they are citizens. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Now get back in your house and don't go near them again.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Don't go near them again, or I
You
will call
don't tell me
911.
where I have to
Do you
go.
hear me? You hear me?
Go ahead and call them.
Okay.
She definitely saw these videos when it went viral and was mentioned on several talk shows. When I reached out to those involved, they said they didn't contact the authorities and left her alone. Although living her life is probably all the punishment she needs, imagine getting to this age and you're somehow drunk during the daytime at 9 AM, picking up fights with random people while spouting racist remarks. It's just pathetic. This Karen couple thought they owned their neighbor's lawn.
Which is what I
It
staked.
is right to your, it's right
Which
to your
is
brick.
what I staked.
Well, then
Before
why
this
did...
land was even built.
Can I ask you a
Before
question?
this land was even built, I staked. I know what it is.
I got that.
I was here. I was here, not you.
After a 5-year-long dispute with these neighbors, which we'll get to later, he tried to trim 3 small tree limbs, and this happened.
So you're a surveyor.
I was
Near
here,
you.
not you.
Are you
not
a surveyor?
You're
That's
not
why
a
I had it
surveyor.
surveyed.
You're not a surveyor.
No.
I trimmed 3 small limbs the size of my fingers, and she's literally flapping her arms, throwing a survey at me, dropping the F-bomb.
That's our
This
survey
is
right
why
there.
we're sharing it with you.
That
This is
our
why
survey.
we're sharing it.
Where's my driveway on there? I'd like to see my driveway.
There is none. Because
the property
this
line.
land wasn't even here. We staked. We staked, not you.
They have no idea where exactly is the surveyor line, and showing the plans for the property doesn't mean they know how to read it.
Not you.
So where are you saying the property line
The
is?
property line is right here.
We know.
It's right up to my nub of my rock.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
This,
And
we put
so
this fence in.
when I pull
We
up
put
that
this fence in.
metal piece,
We
that's...
put this fence in.
I don't care who put it
I
up.
care. I care.
I moved
I
in.
care.
It's legal
I
binding
care.
matter that I
care.
own this piece of property now.
I cared and cared enough to say, wanted a conversation. You refused.
They wouldn't stop bothering him, so he installed a fence just where they said the surveyor line is, but they weren't happy about that.
Ours. This was ours. And you know that I've told you several times.
That's why I put a fence up, so I wouldn't have to see y'all anymore.
Did you get ACC approval? Did you get, let me see the ACC approval. Let me see the ACC approval right now. You
So-
please look it up. Call
Her
the
husband
homeowners
Bob and
association.
Karen, right here.
Bob and Karen. Who's Bob and Karen?
After publishing these videos, which got viral online, they decided to call the police.
So the officer that was out here the other day contacted me because he knows that it's an ongoing dispute between you guys and them. Okay?
That's
Like,
not correct, but okay.
Well, there's issues, right? We're not living amicably.
There's no issue with me, but that's okay.
Okay, you're taking a defensive stance with me, sir, and I'm trying to be nice and try to.
I'm not at you. I've just been dealing with
but-
these neighbors for 5
would you-
long years.
And I talked to them, and they are willing to sit down and hash it out and make amends.
I've never had a problem with that.
Okay, so
On several occasions, I've just asked them to leave me alone. The man of the house, I use that loosely, continues to harass me, say negative things. I ignore it. He continues to do it. I'm out in the side yard. He says something negative. I mean, I don't even want to talk to him. I just want them to leave us alone. For starters, he, when we moved in here, yelled at our 12-year-old daughter for our dog running on his grass. Our dog literally ran on his grass and he threw down. Second, probably a month after that, our 18-year-old daughter's boyfriend accidentally drove over part of the grass, which we actually own. He got in that dude's face, threw the truck, and started yelling at him.
He confronted the husband about these allegations, and this is what he had to say.
Well, didn't yell at your daughter.
Daughters, you yelled at her boyfriend. Did you not yell at her boyfriend?
I got mad at him, yeah.
Yeah, I see. So then you
that's
yelled.
not your daughter.
It doesn't matter.
So
It's her boyfriend.
Because he drove over my yard in his car.
Oh, God forbid. That did a lot of damage, didn't it?
So, well,
did a lot
here's
of
the
damage.
principle of the matter. He shouldn't be doing that. He's either not paying attention or he's doing it
You don't think my wife's driven over your yard?
Yeah, I've seen her do it.
Okay, then why didn't you stop and yell at her?
Because I was inside.
Oh, so you would have.
So, no.
No, you wouldn't have?
I wouldn't have yelled at her.
Okay, so you only
Because
yell at
I have a
people that
I have
can't
some-
buck up to you.
Well, it's better to, is it worse to yell at a woman or a boy?
I don't think you should yell either of them unless they put a rut in your grass or
Well,
something.
he did damn near close to it.
No, that's solid rock.
Well,
that's so much rock that I can't even bury those rocks at the end. That's so much salt.
Apparently, this Kevin husband likes to scream when the camera is turned off. He even admits as much.
I guess my question is, what are they mad about?
Well, and that's what I asked them, and they couldn't really give me a
Right.
definitive answer.
That's the
either,
problem. There's
okay?
always something different based
And
on the
so,
day.
But they are willing to sit down and talk it out, which is, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing this job for 12 years. It's the first time I've ever had somebody say, hey, I want to sit down and hash it out respectfully. So I got to give them credit for that.
You can give them all the credit in the world, but I think their behavior in the past 5 years speaks volumes.
They saw all the videos and people were telling them they were wrong, so they decided that they should speak with him.
Tonight.
Yes, we can talk whenever.
Dinner. Well, shit, we have dinner too. I mean, no.
We're going to be out to eat at a restaurant. Maybe that clears it up.
Sorry. You know
Why are you sorry? I'm not asking you to be sorry. You said
misinterpretation. I didn't know you had dinner.
we
plans.
can talk
Oh,
maybe
I didn't
Friday
know
night
that.
if you
All
want
I
to
asked
talk.
was, could we talk tonight? It didn't have to be dinner. It didn't have to be anything, but could we talk tonight?
Would you like to talk at 10 o'clock tonight?
I'll be up actually at midnight because I have an extremely packed schedule with many thousands of things I have to do.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China right now?
You said 10 o'clock. Well, how about midnight? Why not 1 o'clock in the morning?
Because that's about time we'll be home tonight. I'm not being an asshole. I'm just trying to tell you we have dinner. I'm picking my wife up at 4 o'clock. We're going downtown. We probably won't be home till 10. And you act like, oh my God, you don't want to talk. No, that's not it.
No, it's you don't think I'm busy? You don't think I have plans?
I didn't say you weren't. I asked you if you wanted to talk at 10 o'clock when we'll be home. That's it. Or you can talk.
There's so much allegations and harassment done by these Karen neighbors. Here's another one where they blame him for.
That sprinkler head will pop up just like it did.
It does not. It does not.
Why don't you turn it on right now? I'll show you how it pops up.
Listen to me.
Turn it
These
on
are
right
ours.
now.
These are ours.
It might be your sprinkler head, but
our
this is my piece of property.
Okay. This is where I did not want it to go. This is not where I wanted it to go. I had a shitty day yesterday. I'm having a shitty day today. You're making it worse.
What does that have to do with me putting the stones on this part of
I
the...
asked you not to go this route.
I'll tell you what, turn on the sprinkler heads. Listen,
to go this route. No! You
turn
put
on
it
the
there.
sprinkler heads, and if they don't work, I'll replace them.
You put it there. You went there. I asked you.
You're saying that I broke... Wait. You're saying I broke your sprinkler heads.
No, I asked you and you put it there. You put it
What are
there.
you talking
put
about?
This situation in
That's 2 or 3 times
Why
since
didn't
I've
you
lived
ask?
here.
Why didn't you ask?
Why do I have to ask? It's my piece of property.
Why do you have to ask?
No.
Why do you have to ask to touch my grass? Because it's my grass.
And whenever they get mad enough, they call the police on him.
No, it's not.
Why do you have
It's
to
not.
touch my
This
tree?
is
Because
all right.
it's my tree.
There is a post, and I will get it resurveyed.
Right? Don't know you, don't know them. Talked to her on the phone for the first time today, first time I've ever met you in my life, right? So as an independent, don't know anybody from anybody, right? But when you say that, it makes me think, oh, well, he's trying to escalate it then by putting more and more out there on the internet.
It's funny
right?
only because she gets exposed by 15 million people. Now she wants to talk. I've been begging them just to leave me alone for 5 years.
Okay. So
isn't that kind of peculiar?
If I was to go tell them that you want to talk or you don't want to talk,
we just don't want anything to do with them. I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm not trying to do any harm to them, but yet they still find ways to complain or say something negative every time we walk by.
After some time of waiting for an answer, they got the ACC's approval, but even that was not enough for this Karen. She got mad about something else.
Did you get ACC approval? Did you get, let me see the ACC approval. Let me see the ACC approval right now, right now.
I bet she didn't tell you, that when I was fixing the fence on my side of the property, properly installing it, I was on her property for probably 20 minutes. Probably a foot, maybe a foot of their property I was on. I had to do that to get that angle on the driveway.
Yeah, I got you.
He comes over, says, "Would you like some help?" I said, "I'm fine, thank you," hammering away. He comes back 1 minute later and says, "You sure you don't need some help?" A little more passive aggressive. I said, "Charles, I've asked you not to talk to me. I will clean up my mess as soon as I'm done. You know this. I'll leave it just like I found it and we can be on our way." I said, "The only reason you're asking to help me is to interject something negative." And as soon as I said that, he goes, "You're on my property and no one's giving you permission." I said, "I didn't know I needed permission." And he says, "Well, you do," and runs off and gets his wife. She comes out, flaring her arms, popping open the camera, filming me. And I'm just trying to finish up and get out of their hair and go on about my business. Then, I guess that wasn't good enough for her. She takes the water hose and decides to start spraying the area that I was working in. And I said, "Elizabeth, I'm fine. I'll finish up. This will look just like new." She sprays me at that point and says, "No, you've done enough." Like, what have I done enough of? Because I've not done anything to you or your property. Your property looks exactly the same. I have pictures both days of how it looks. I don't know what to tell you. I've tried to work with her. I've tried to work with him.
When this Karen gets mad, she's just irrational and says insane things, because when he came back later, she was calm and even told him that the fence he built looks good.
Ours. This was ours. And you know that I've told you several times.
To that same spot after I let her cool down, and I asked her, "How does that fence look?" And she said, you probably know the line by now, "Seriously, it looks good. Seriously." So how can I be this horrible person 10 minutes before this? I walk away, let her cool down, and then all of a sudden, everything's seriously good. That's what I don't understand.
I think it looks good.
Okay.
Seriously honest.
All right.
Like, seriously.
Thanks.
Like, seriously.
Thank you.
One of their complaints was that this dog ran on their grass once.
They're picking up. But the reason I don't let that even happen is because I take her far away and I let her go somewhere else, pick up her business. And that's the rule. That's the things that happen.
Do we have an issue with that still? Because it hasn't happened as far as I know.
Well,
yes or no?
I'm asking
It's
you.
happened last year.
Yeah.
Oh, so how far back?
So, last year.
Okay, so what year are we in? So it hasn't happened in 7 months. Okay, let's move on.
No.
What else?
I mean, well then.
So answer
when
my
I'm-
question.
when I
Answer
pull
my
this stuff
question.
up,
What is
why-
it? What is it? Is it?
Why
is
is that an
simply-
issue?
Answer my
I'm
question.
keeping up with my yard. That's it. That is it. And y'all getting hurt butt over nothing. I'm going to, you know what? Let me tell you something. My father-in-law.
Let me ask.
Wait,
Answer
let
the
me.
question. No.
I
before you move
what did
on.
I just tell you?
Answer the question.
I said no.
Is
There's
it-
nothing wrong. I'm keeping up with my yard. That's it.
And they keep complaining about him cutting off their tree limbs.
And guess what? If you want to
Yeah.
lock that off, I am gonna go through my gate and I'm gonna lock all that from the side of my fence. Do you understand that?
What are you talking
All
about?
this stuff. It's growing in.
It's growing all in
Yeah.
our yard. Do you
Growing
think?
in our
Please
yard.
don't touch that.
Okay,
So-
then don't
Well,
touch my
don't
damn
tou-
tree and
don't
don't touch
touch our
my.
No,
yard.
no, no, Larry, let me tell you something. Anything grows past this can be cut.
If you want to tell them that I can trim that tree all the way up to God's green earth, please do. She does not understand that. She thinks I need to ask her before I touch that tree that comes over into my lot that I need to trim it.
Gotcha. Well, I'll
Maybe
let them
on
know.
some.
You know, now that we're saying it, if you
The backside of your fence, you can do whatever you want to. It's not going to hurt my feeling.
No, because if I were to sit there and lock that thing
Well,
off, guess
actually,
what you
this
would
is
be
the
doing?
backside of my fence.
Guess what you would be doing? You would be very upset. You would.
If
be.
you
would be.
cut the
You-
vine on the backside of your fence, I'm
You
not
would
going to
be.
care what happens.
You would be.
Do
upset.
it. I don't
would be
care.
upset.
That's where
You
y'all
would be
think
upset.
this
No,
is
you
like an
wouldn't.
emotional attachment to all this. It's not. I think Highland Homes put this row of bricks in
No, they didn't.
just
put
to piss you off.
They didn't put the row of bricks on my property. It is on your property.
Okay.
But it's the stuff here that's spilling over into this grass that's onto my property that's the problem.
And so far, all your grass is still green.
So, well, not
You want me to cover it up with dirt? I'll cover it up with dirt. I don't care. What do you want me to do?
so. I just don't want this rock in here.
Well, I'm not digging up the rock. Would you like me to put a layer of dirt over it?
So, well, but still, you know, I don't want you to do anything to it.
Okay,
I
I'm not
want it
gonna.
gone.
I'm not gonna allow the rocks just to flop over and look like crap. I'm not gonna allow that. So how do you want this fixed?
So, well, it's fine as it is right now.
Do something that's going to detriment your land. I wouldn't do something that's going to detriment my land.
Oh,
okay?
I understand you wouldn't do it to yours.
And I've done it the same way here as I did over there, because you need something to pack in the bricks. You're not getting through there. You're not getting through your head that this is why I did it, not to piss. You think I came over here just to piss you off and to ruin your sprinkler heads and to kill your grass? I think that's what you think.
But I think you're misguided about
but
what
you
the
know
property
what?
line is.
I don't care where the property line is. I know where the
Yes,
property line is because there's a metal bar there. You tie it up. I own all this and your
No, you
sprinkler
don't.
heads.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You need to take it up with Highland then.
No, I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna. This 4 inches of grass is not whatever it is. 12 inches, 16 inches. It's not worth my time to deal with because y'all got bent out of shape because I put a little sand and a little dirt to compact the bricks that were laid by Highland Homes.
Okay.
Also, I've showed them the actual pipe, pole, whatever you want to call it, in the ground, identifying the where our property lines are. I think they think I stuck into the ground. I did not.
Yeah, it was here when they built the houses.
I don't know who put it here. That's where they dug up the survey. And up until that point,
or actually, when you probably bought the house, they came out and resurveyed.
Right, correct. And then I refinanced the house 3 years ago, and they did it again.
Yeah, they were going to do it every time you sit there.
I did not put the pole there. The pole was put by the city of San Antonio. It's somewhere in here, just like I saw when you dug it up last time.
City of San Antonio putting a pole, honey.
When I had this surveyed for to reappraise. Listen,
these two houses weren't even here, honey. These two houses weren't even here. We know.
Would you like me to move? Is that what you want?
No one is saying that. No one is saying that. No one is saying that. No one is saying that.
They have complained about every single thing that's happened since the time he moved to this house. And also, they keep telling him that the property line is different than what he thinks it is, even though he surveyed the house when he moved in. So, of course, he resurveyed the property.
But I think you're misguided about
but
what
you
the
know
property
what?
line is.
And then, he saw his neighbor digging in his property.
You guys plan on moving that fence anytime soon?
What fence?
The one that's on my property. All of a sudden, y'all don't have anything to say. How's it going? I don't need her waiting on her driveway at 7 a.m. when I pull back in from dropping off my wife to have a discussion. I don't want to talk to her because everything she says doesn't make sense on any level.
I got you.
As it is right now.
Can I ask one thing, please? May I ask one thing?
I've not stopped you yet.
May I ask?
Looks like this Karen couple took the phrase lawn wars to a all new level. After a 5-year feud, trimming a few tree limbs turned into a full-blown drama fest.
Is it personal? Is it to the point of it just things make you just mad?
What are you? What?
Answer that
guys?
question.
No, I don't understand. I don't even understand where that question is coming from.
I want to understand. Is it us? Is it? You don't have to like me. I don't want you to need to like me.
We
Trust
have
me.
nothing against y'all except for your husband has yelled at our kids over stupid matters, as we're discussing now another stupid matter.
I didn't yell at your kids.
The dog came over and you're like, get the dog.
So
Three people saw you do it.
When my wife found out that he yelled at our 12-year-old over the dog and found out that he yelled at our 18-year-old's boyfriend over the grass, she goes, you take care of him or I will. And her taking care of him would have been much worse results than me going over to have a conversation. So I had a conversation with him about that. I said, stop yelling at our kids. Nobody's here to harm you. Nobody meant to run over your grass. The dog accidentally got out. I don't know what to tell you. It happens. Sorry. And he starts bowing up to me and telling me I didn't yell at your kids. I said, well, if you're acting like this to me, I can only imagine what you're acting like that to him. And from there, he starts bowing up, trying to get near my truck. I advised him it's not a good idea to get near my truck. And then from there, it escalated.
Gotcha. Okay.
Normal
And
neighbor.
It's two ways. There's nothing criminal on their part either.
Okay, but once again, you haven't defined what they said was the problem.
And it's a myriad. Just everything you've listed off is everything she told me. Okay? So everything you listed off is exactly what she told me. So
where in their issue do they have a problem me fixing a fence that she seriously likes, that now I'm a person that is so horrible that I have to have the cops show up at my house at 7 o'clock while I'm eating dinner with my family? I mean, do you understand where's the connection there?
Okay, I'm just
no, and
to
I'm not here for you to be our disciplinary person. I'm an adult. They are too. And shame on them for letting it go this far, because I've tried to make peace by just saying, hey, obviously you've got lots of problems with me. I don't have any problems with you. It's not personal. You think it is. Let's move on. And they cannot resist confronting me or trying to antagonize me. You probably saw the last couple videos where you see him leaning over my fence, which is now my fence on my property, looking for me. You see her, while I'm bent over, grabbing a water hose, filming me. I'm like, I'm on my side of the property, my water hose, hanging out, trying to clean up, and you're filming me for what? And I just want to be left alone. What's going on over there? But it's not the same level, and I don't care, and I'm not complaining. I'm not calling HOAs. I'm not calling the ACC.
Yeah, what is the ACC?
That's our Architectural Control Committee. Everybody's asked about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So when you have a improvement to your land, you have to submit this application.
Yeah, it's okay. Same way with we just submit it to the HOA, and they say, yeah, it doesn't matter. If I want to take out a bush,
correct,
that's dead.
Yes.
I got to get approval, and then I got to say who's removing I'm removing the bush. It is a huge
The trellis or fence I put up there is portable. ACA's already been involved. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have any control of it.
Yeah.
It's my side of the property. I'm sorry I damaged my sprinkler head. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry my sprinkler guy came over unannounced and started working on it and had dirt on their grass. Yeah. I'm more than happy to replace any grass of blades, and I'm being very serious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'll buy them a half pallet of grass if that's what it takes. But I do not want to hear.
Their inability to read the surveyor's map didn't stop them from acting like a property line experts. Even after their neighbor installed a fence on his property, they still weren't happy and called the cops. It looks like this feud will keep on as long as they are neighbors. Despite going viral and facing public backlash, they still wanted to talk, but only on their terms. From blaming the neighbor's dog for trespassing to having issues with tree limbs, their list of complaints was endless. But in a plot twist, Karen eventually complimented the fence, who knew lawn disputes could be this entertaining. Last but not least, here's a clip showing how this feud actually started.
I don't know if she told you this story, but she brought us a cake. My daughter, who is asleep and who's sort of dry personality in the mornings when she hasn't had her coffee or whatever she needs to get going, answered the door. She gave her a cake and said, "Welcome to the neighborhood." And she didn't know who she was. My daughter evidently told her thank you and just said bye and shut the door. And I think she's always held that against our family. We got home, we asked who the cake, the pie. We had several dishes from around the neighborhood given to us.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was who. Some people left cards, some people didn't. We didn't really know who lived where. So in one of these discussions with them, she says, "And you guys are the rudest family I've ever met." Where is this hostility coming from? I don't even know, like, holding this. She goes, and swinging her arms, "I brought a cake to you guys, and your daughter answered the door and said thank you and said goodbye and slammed the door on me." And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound like my daughter, but I don't know. So I asked my whole family, we got down the bottom of it, and
yeah,
it wasn't anything intentional on her part. It was just she woke up, didn't know who this person was, just kind of in a daze. And
gotcha.
You know, she was probably 14 then, so. Yeah. And this is where it's gotten. Yeah, wasting your time, wasting my time, and.
Trust me, I've dealt with a lot of this.
I suggested to put a fence up. I said, let's talk to the ACC, let's put a fence up. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for all of it. I don't care. Nope, don't want to do it. They don't want to hear any suggestion I have.
Okay. Seriously honest.
All right.
Like seriously.
Thanks.
Seriously.
Thank you.
This woman had the same idea when her neighbor started to act crazy and threaten her child.
Through the thing?
You're doing, yeah? You are artificial and disgusting. And you know what? Your kid is going to die. And I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna watch and smile as it happens. And watch. Yes.
It's currently 5 p.m. on a Saturday in April.
Yeah?
And this woman lives next to me in Riverview, Florida. And she's going on a rant. She just punched a hole through my fence.
This is made of artificial.
She's trying to put... Okay, so we're going inside right now.
People who watched this video were very concerned, especially for the child's safety. This threat certainly requires action, which this woman did by calling the police. As they arrived at the scene, they knocked on the door, but she didn't answer. After being found hiding and living in her backyard, the woman was taken to the hospital.
Crazy goddamn day right there. Crazy situation.
I don't think they will. Thank you.
Her laughing makes me think the situation could have gotten a lot worse if she hadn't called the police. And finally, she recorded the whole backyard. Look at this mess.
Yo, she's got her f***ing food just chilling right there from yesterday. She was just
This
sitting on the
Karen.
ground eating. Looks like bacon and eggs. I'm so confused, y'all. And it looks like she was tearing up her fence over there because that was where I heard her screaming first before she came to my fence line.
This Karen got upset over these workers who were just trying to do some yard work, and she started to grab their stuff.
Then she thought she could push a 800-pound time machine.
Don't go under the ground.
For your safety.
No, for your safety.
Please, live.
This video was filmed in Florida. The workers were hired to trim the roots of a large tree in this Karen's apartment complex.
Just give us a moment. You already called the cops. We don't want them to come again. Please stop this. Please stop.
You don't know what you're doing.
Look, you need to stop, please. I'm worried about you at this point.
I'm worried about you.
Are you sure?
She couldn't keep calm and started to scream nonsense at them.
You're on our property, and you don't have to say anything to me. And I don't need to talk to you. Right now, your boy, your young man, they're very good men, and you had an electric saw in the thunder and rain.
It's gas powered.
Because you're an
What? Thank you.
Really? No, but you just treated me idiotically like I'm an idiot. Just because I'm small and blonde doesn't mean I don't know who you are from Adam. You introduce yourself to you. I'm older than you. You're on my property. You introduce yourself properly, young man, or you're out of here.
You're older than me, but you're acting younger than me.
Oh, I don't want your lip either. I don't know where you're...
The person who filmed said that the neighbors can't stand this Karen and had to deal with issues like that themselves. So one brave woman called the police on her. Funny enough, when the police arrived at the scene, she was calm and stopped yelling.
Next came the cops.
Over there while I speak with her, just like how I spoke with you over here.
It's not going to be a fight. Go on. But I want to hear her lies.
What? She's still going.
Okay, I want to hear her lies.
And when the police went away, the landscapers started to work again. And guess what happened next?
Cops left, so she decided to go a little loony.
Wait for Harold County. I want to see your Harold County stop. Speak to me now. Okay, you don't have one? Yes, I can demand it. I can absolutely.
Sorry. Hey.
Don't you dare touch that tree!
Stop.
Don't. Don't
touch our machine.
Get out of here with that machine! Right now! Get out of here! Get out! No! Don't do that!
Stop.
No, now, please!
Please go home.
No, I'm not going home!
You need to go home.
You gotta go home! No!
I'm doing my... Miss,
No,
you're gonna get hurt if you don't... Miss.
Get off of this thing!
Stop, you gotta... Please go home.
When she grabbed the machine, which could be dangerous for a person that isn't professional, they knew that the police had to be called again. And this Karen stopped screaming.
You understand that because you're being recorded and you're saying that you understand that.
I understand that, man. What's your name?
Raven Swan. Like a bird.
Officer Swan, thank you very much.
Yeah. But listen here, you come back out here and start touching their equipment, you are going to go to jail. I don't care if you agree or you disagree. It's not your job to come out here and tell them what they can and can't chop down.
Thank you. After this happened, this Karen stopped bothering the landscapers and let them do their job, but she was still there checking their every move.
They're just trying to do their job. It's Monday morning.
And it's only Monday, man. It's only Monday, man.
The person who filmed this added another video to the series of clips, but very little context have been given about it.
Always look both ways.
In the comments, people asked what is this video about, and if the Karen caused this to happen, as it is the last part of the series. But the account was deleted, and he never answered this question. Some viewers were quick to defend this Karen simply because she's older, but the reality is that she knew exactly when to behave and when to escalate the situation. The workers were calm and patient the whole time, and she followed the workers and put herself and them in danger. This Karen cut her neighbor's fence with wire cutters.
Think I'm stupid?
Well, that's apparent.
You're the one that's stupid, you
This dispute began a few years ago. A chain link fence separated their properties. They told her that they would eventually like to replace the fence because it was falling apart. She got very angry because she did not want the fence replaced, so she told them that she will do it herself, and immediately cut the chain link fence down with wire cutters. They were not prepared to put a new fence up that very second. It was just mentioned for the future. They have pets that needed to be fenced in.
You keep your thing on your own. Oh!
It's called a tree, Cheryl. Tree shed.
Well, it's your tree.
I know, and unfortunately it falls on your side sometimes. Unlike your tree that you decided to chop down for no reason. It's okay. I know what kind of person you are, Cheryl. A sad,
I chopped down
person.
the tree.
Look at this cutout. Look at it. That's crazy. Am I the only one that thinks this is crazy? Shall we chop this branch off? Anyway.
They tried holding the fence up, and she ripped it down, cutting their hands with wire cutters.
Cheryl! Yes, I got that on video.
Thanks for scratching my truck.
Got it on video.
Thank you. That's called assault. The police will be here this afternoon. It was intentional. You want to play around?
No, call them. I'm
I
not
am
joking. Call them. That's stupid.
This is what we put up with. You see it. Thank you for finally seeing it. I did nothing. I was talking to you.
Anyway,
And now I got a scratch on my truck.
Police were called immediately, and they were told it's a civil issue. They put some privacy lattice on top of the fence to give them some extra privacy, as she was constantly hanging over and teasing their pests.
When your neighbor decides to sit in the backyard and flash lights at your house all night long.
He soaked them with the hose while they put the lattice up. They reached out to multiple resources in the region to perform wellness check or to get some support, as she seemed to be in crisis. Her family was contacted. They confirmed that this behavior is unfortunately normal for her, and described her as violent and very unreasonable.
That's where my property goes, where that
I
wood
get
is
it.
back there.
That's what we're gonna do.
And you're taking 12 inches
No,
of
I'm
that.
not. I'm gonna go exactly where it was because that post is rotten. That's it. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm gonna put exactly where it was because it's way easier for all of us. Is that okay?
You're not touching my fence.
One
at
is-
all.
one
Eventually,
is-
it's
one is
not
your
being
fence.
touched.
It's not your fence.
We paid for it.
They also confirmed that the tree does shed. They offered to bring someone to clean it up and that they will happily pay for it. She declined. So until now, the fence separating their property has been temporary chicken wire with a privacy screen on top. They are not ready to build a proper fence. They obtained a property survey at their own cost, so the fence can be on the property line to avoid any further conflict, as they know that they are doing anything correctly.
Look at it, and you keep your mouth out of it.
You keep your mouth shut.
You keep your mouth shut.
Don't talk to her. Are we gonna have a problem here?
Does she own half of the property?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Everything has been reported to the police multiple times and documented on video. There is currently a lawsuit that she's been served with. Therefore, they are limited in what info and other video footage they can share. This year, she started with the low blows targeting at children. They said that they will not stand for this. They will not be sharing any personal details about Cheryl, as they believe in personal privacy. They also said that they feel bad for Cheryl. They ask her all the time to make amends and put everything in the past. There is no excuse for her disgusting behavior and how she treats their children, which is 3-year-old and a teenager. Like any parent, they will do anything to keep their children safe and away from her. That's why putting up a fence is so important to them.
Well, she's your dead son's girlfriend, so.
Are you really that pathetic? Are you really that pathetic?
You realize I never met his son before, right? Ever?
Yeah, right.
We're putting up temporary fence on our side.
Yes, there was a lot of excitement to catch the video of some of the abuse. This has been going on for 3 years now, and they hope all the evidence will help with the resolve. And no, the video does not show her throwing the branch, but Cheryl is happy to admit it, and that she had intent to hit them, which helps a lot.
What?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm just recording you because I don't know what you're doing all this for.
I'm not doing anything. What is a little girl gonna do to you?
Nothing. I just don't know what's on with you.
I've had you're a weirdo.
Okay.
It quickly escalated into an uncomfortable situation for both the neighbor and her boyfriend.
Yes, you are.
I'm not even here.
You own her. This guy's being a weirdo.
She's following me around to the trash can.
No, I haven't. I've been
Recording me. I back in.
And of course I
minding my own business.
Weirdo!
Hey. What?
You're a weirdo.
Okay, now I have to call the police.
You can go inside.
No, I'm sitting in my stoop, buddy.
Kill him.
No, it's okay.
What? You're gonna what?
Hey, it's okay.
Hey.
Hey! Hey!
What is going on? What is she doing?
She doesn't like you. She feels very harassed by you.
What is she doing?
I feel very harassed by you.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You got a freaking weapon?
What are you doing?
She broke the thing.
You have a weapon?
No.
Stop. For real. Come here.
Close the door.
Quit. Quit.
And then the accusation started, as they were trying to justify her actions.
Walking around, and then you pulled your phone out and started recording me.
You've been recording me.
Oh. 17 and you're recording me.
17? How old are you?
I'm 26. He's 23.
I guess that's legal.
Huh?
I guess that's legal.
To be honest, it looks like the boyfriend had to agree with her and accuse the neighbor of something.
No, they don't take charges serious if you, like, can't even prove it.
I was sitting here recording her. She ran up on me on video and hit me in the freaking head.
She hit you in the head?
In the neck.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hang out here and wait for that, dude. That is absolutely highly unacceptable.
Yeah, so is throwing a trash can, dude.
I didn't do that.
You're throwing a trash can at midnight, remember that?
Wasn't me, bro.
It wasn't you, even though you were slamming on your ceiling and screaming at the top of your lungs profanities? That's a funny one.
None of what y'all are talking about is associated with me, dog.
Yeah, you're not the one who lives under us, huh?
They ended up calling the cops on him.
Laptop and he's a weirdo.
Slams his door all fucking night.
All night. Drills at 3 a.m.
Why do you do that, by the way?
Why
are you
drill at
drilling
3
all the time? What are you drilling? Are you a drug addict?
He's being crackhead. This guy. He's
Okay,
literally
here. She's a little drunk. Can I talk for a second, maybe? So this guy is our downstairs neighbor. And obviously, that already is a lot of history. This guy regularly bangs the door, slams his door, like all of this stuff. Late at night, we have dogs who are pretty loud. That's honestly where a lot of the energy comes from. And I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
I really am. They make a lot of noise. And it hopefully is annoying when it's late at night. We try to put them on.
I'm just getting off the wall.
And yes, it's just a lot of history.
The neighbor didn't film the conversation with the cops, but it looks like they didn't do anything.
Hi. You should go inside. You're a really weirdo. You're like a really big weirdo.
I'm just making sure you're not.
You're extremely unsafe.
I'm just making sure you're not damaging my vehicle there.
I'm not damaging anything.
I'm gonna sit out here and record.
My property by throwing shit up my stairs.
I did not do such a thing.
Yes, you did. I have video of it.
Everybody knows this is you, including yourself.
I have.
Okay. Take your evidence to the office.
Stop lying.
Take your evidence to the office.
This clip has gone viral, and people were furious with this girl's behavior. The couple probably saw the video, and after a couple of days or so of reading 8 comments, they moved out. And the boyfriend apologized for everything that happened.
She's getting hurt. I get it. You can do what you want. Do not feed it anymore, please, man. Please.
I'm not feeding anything.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I'm not gonna be mad about what other people do.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm really sorry. We're heading out.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Sorry it had to go like this.
Me too, honestly.
This Karen, who got caught being in the wrong by her neighbor when telling him that she really doesn't like his new housemate.
How can I help you?
Look, I'm not trying to be ugly, and I'm not trying to cause any scene with you whatsoever. We live in a family environment here. I have children here too. To me, having the F word on your doormat is not respectful of anyone that lives here.
And it's not respectful of you to touch my property. It's not bothering anybody. I have my neighbors across the hall.
I'll pay you for your mat. I will pay you for your mat, but get that out of here. I don't know what made you change it to something so ugly as that, but I'm not going to. No, that's not the
because I've heard you stand in front of my Ring doorbell and talk about me, which was inappropriate of you. When you know.
What did I say about you? I haven't said anything about you.
Ma'am, you can lie to Jesus Christ if you feel that is the truth. I don't care. You have talked about me in front of my Ring doorbell. I have proof of it. I have no reason to lie on you, make anything up on you, ma'am. So please, you could just move away from my door. Do not touch anything. You have been reported to the office. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Damn, Karen. If you're going to dish out unsolicited opinions, maybe make sure they're as welcome as the doormat you're complaining about. Besides, a little profanity never hurt anyone. Well, except Karen's delicate sensibilities, apparently.
You get a life, you mad old hag. You don't. Apparently you don't, you old heifer. Get on up them steps.
This next HOA Karen came to this apartment and decided to open the door.
They can't have that on. Yeah, they can't have that. It looks like it's temporary. It looks like he didn't put it on.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah. That was that young man we just saw. Yeah. Hello?
She couldn't wait more than 10 seconds to invade this woman's privacy.
I know they're home. Hi.
She knew she was at home and still opened the door without hesitation.
That's temporary, right? You didn't bolt that to your door, did you?
Here she explains why this Karen has a key to her house in the first place.
So per our lease agreement, the HOA has a copy of every person's key in case of like an emergency or an inspection like this one where they have to get in if we're not home. And if you do change the locks, you have to get it approved by them and you have to give them a copy of the new key. I do not own this condo. I rent from somebody that does own this condo and she deals with the HOA, but we deal with them when we're here, obviously. We did know about this inspection, but my only gripe was she waited 20 seconds for me to answer the door and she knew we were home. She even said, I know they're home, and proceeded to get her keys to come into my home. And I had no idea she was doing that. I only realized when I went and checked the footage when we got home later that night after like laughing about it. And then I was like irate, mad, because who gives you 20 seconds and just like enters your home? I could have been naked. I could have been wrangling my children. I could have been wrangling my naked children. Like, give me at least 30 seconds.
I'm not talking to you. Why did you abandon this kid? And what do you want it to have a home? You want me to find it a home? Because you're not taking care of it. Don't you look at me like that.
What the Gail?
What the goddamn fuck do you think? I've been trying to take care of that goddamn cat for 2 weeks because you can't do it.
Because my
No, you don't.
Okay.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
What is the matter with you?
What's the matter with you? You're on my property. Over things that are not of your concern.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what is going to be of your concern.
I told you, should I get a fence because when she comes by your house, she obviously comes by your house and pisses you off, and I asked if that was the issue. And it is the issue because you say that to me.
Your goddamn cat. It's you. You're the one that said people should be responsible animals. Yeah, you are for your dogs, but you're not for your cat.
Oh my God.
How long have I been feeding your cat?
And did I ask you to do that?
God damn, somebody had to!
It's not your place to ask to come into my backyard and see where I feed her back there. She no longer goes there because she prefers yours. So should I switch to which brand you do because you impose on me?
Show me where you feed her.
That's what I just said. It's
Show me where you feed her.
Show you, get the off my property. Move your car.
Let me tell you something. You're telling a goddamn lie is what you're doing.
I'm telling a goddamn lie.
Goddamn lie is what you're doing. You're full of them. You know, I thought you were a nice guy. I
thought you weren't crazy. Do you have dementia or something?
No, you're the one that...
I seriously, who do I need to call?
Don't you fool with me. Don't you fool with me. Don't you dare fool with me. I've tried to be nice to you. I have tried my goddamn...
coming on my property feeding my animals...
You goddamn right, because you're not.
Okay.
Because you're not.
Okay, because I can't afford cat food or dog food.